If life is a game, then I just leveled up. So, to kind of give a backstory, I joined a running club, I think maybe last year. I have a very poor concept of time. So, I think it's last year. And in the running club, it's like a standard to run 5K. And they have different sets. You run 5K in different amounts of time, whatever. I was in the lowest set because I was fairly new to running. I wasn't really doing anything fitness related. Running the running club, running 5K, or I think in the lowest set you run maybe just under 5K. So that was like my introduction to running. Then it got to a point where the running club was actually too far, had to wake up too early in the morning to go. And I was like, do you know what? I can run by myself. I don't need the running club to run. Now I know that I've ran more or less 5K, but in the running club we took breaks. So anyway, I got to running, started running around in my local park, and a lot of the times I pushed myself to do 5K. 5K wasn't easy for me. It was physically and mentally a challenge, but I managed to get to the point of running more consistently, sometimes doing 1K, 2K, 3K, sometimes 5. Like 5 was the achievement. I was never really going over 5 at all. To cut a long story short, the other day I was out running and I said, I went to do a 5K run to try to at least do a 5K run because I hadn't done 5K in a minute. As I was doing the run, I said to myself, do you know what? I'm going to do 10K. Like, why not? And like, that's such a me thing to do. Like, not even doing 6K, 7K. Just, I'm going to go all the way to 10K. Why not? So I'm running 10K. And the whole point of this is to basically explain to you how not only do I feel like a brand new person because I've done something I've never done before, I'm actually a brand new person. Like, I've actually leveled up within myself. And I just think that's so crazy. Okay, so I get to the point in the run where I decide, yeah, I'm going to do 10K because why not? And I had this, if anybody's read Think and Grow Rich, I can't even remember what the author's name is right now, but he talks about having a burning desire, which is like one of the first rules to success or to be rich, basically, to make money, having a burning desire to actually have it. And I really experienced that burning desire to get to 10K. I was like, I have to do it. I have to do it. And I learned so much doing that run. It's so funny because at 5K, my mind, that's when the mind tricks came in. My mind was like, you don't have to go to 10K. Like, you done 5K. That's good enough. That's what you set out here to do. Do you know what I mean? And in that moment, it's like I was learning life lessons of how when you say you want to do something, your mind will start trying to convince you of something else. And I think the deceptive and just the sneaky part of it is that sometimes it is reasonable. Your mind is telling you very reasonable things. Like, you set out to do 5K. You've done that. You've achieved what you came here to do. 5K is still good. It's true. 5K is still good. You worked out yesterday. You don't have to push yourself today. Take it easy. You've got things to do. The list goes on. The mind is just so sneaky. And in that moment, I realized why having a burning desire is actually so important, because at 7K, my body was like, stop. You're doing something you've never done before. You are pushing yourself beyond what we're even trying to support you in doing. So relax yourself. Go and sit down. Stop. My body was tired. My body felt heavy. My knees were starting to hurt. I felt dizzy at some points. My body really wanted me to stop. But the burning desire kept me going. I just want to see that 10K on the screen kept me going. Like, I have to do this. This is why I think it's so important to have a strong burning desire. So many times we get stuck in complacency and mediocrity because we don't really have a strong enough desire. We're not really trying to achieve anything that is outside of our comfort zone. And I think being able to set a goal that was double what I had ever done before, it changed the game for me, because now 5K is so easy. Where 5K was my goal before, now it's easy. Now it's like, of course I can do 5K because I've done 10K. I literally know, me and my body, we were there together. We all know, my mind knows, we know we've achieved this before, so of course we can do 5K. I feel like this topic is boring. Is it boring? If I find it boring, that means everyone else is going to find it boring. I'm bored.
What do you want to talk about?
I don't know.
Talk about your confidence.
Okay, so confidence. See, there's the mind tricks again. This is boring. You don't want to do this. You know, no one's going to enjoy it. All these voices that go on in your head that stop you from doing what you actually want to do. You want to do it. What's stopping you from doing it? Voices in your head, worried about what other people are going to think. Other human beings? Really? And in that moment, I realized that no amount of confidence affirmations or confidence subliminals, talking myself into anything or telling myself that I can do something, could possibly replace actually doing the thing. Sometimes you just have to do it to get the confidence that you need. And I realized that confidence of doing something that I had never done before was a complete level up for me. I literally not only feel like a different person, but I am a different person. And when you do something that you've never done before, when you achieve something, when you push yourself past your limits and past your comfort zone, in my opinion, that's the most beautiful way to level up. Maybe the only way to level up, I don't know. But the most beautiful way to level up, and feel like I can do anything I decide to do. Even being here today, being in the studio, literally having an audience, a one-person audience, but still an audience. One thing to put up a YouTube video on the internet, and it's another thing to, for me personally, it's another thing to have somebody in my face and I'm basically performing. That is doing something that I haven't really done before. I don't even like to record YouTube videos when my child is in the house. That's how much I don't want to be seen, which sounds so weird because I'm putting myself on the internet to be seen, of course, but to be seen in person, it's a level of vulnerability. It's a level of exposure. And sometimes the best things come out of being afraid and doing it anyway. Literally feeling those butterflies in your stomach and deciding, yes, give me more of that. Sign me up. Let's go. Literally, let's go. Let's push the limits. Let's come out of the comfort zone. Let's do something we've never done before. Let's go, baby. I pushed myself so far beyond what I knew I was able to do in a sense. And I say no as in I have the facts. I had no evidence that I would be able to run 10K. But I knew I was able to run 10K. The same way you know you're able to do the thing that you want to do. You know that thing. You know, but you don't know. And sometimes the only way to actually really know is to do it. Because you already know. You know the part of you that knows that you could actually do that thing. You can actually achieve what it is you want. And that's the realest part of yourself that knows that. The very conscious, spiritual part of yourself that knows you can do anything you want to do. You know it. Like, it's actually mad. You know it. No one needs to convince you of it because you know it. You just need to do it so that you will really know it. And that's when I realized that that's the best way to be confident. The best way to be confident in something is to actually just do it. Don't try to be confident before you do it. Just do it. I was so anxious on my way here to make this video. I've been anxious throughout the process, but I'm doing it. Doing it anyway. Feel the fear and do it anyway. That's how I leveled up. That's how I became a brand new person. Sometimes it's one step at a time, and sometimes it's 5K, 10K steps. Either way, do it. Just do it. Like Nike. That's corny. I'm trying to land